Shabazz, along with the many, many innocent victims of crime and violence. We honor their memories with the traditional boxing tribute. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise as our timekeeper tolls 10 for the memorial 10 count. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. May God rest their souls and make this world a better place to live in. Well, fans, at this time, we present a special attraction coming away. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled, super lightweights in the ring. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Dr. Elias Ghanem. Introducing to you our judges scoring this bout from ringside: Bill Graham, Dolby Shirley, and Paul Smith. And now here's our referee in charge of this bout. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Jay Nady. All right, fans, here we go. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing gold trunks with black trim. He's originally from Samar in the Philippines, now fighting out of Honolulu, Hawaii. He weighed in at 144 pounds. His record stands at 31 wins, 17 losses, 3 draws, and 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Welcome a fighter they call the Hawaiian Gladiator, introducing Roberto Granciosa. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner in this 10-round attraction, wearing black trunks with gold trim, hailing from Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico. He weighed in at an even 145 pounds. His outstanding record includes 42 wins, 1 loss, 32 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former WBC lightweight champion of the world, currently ranked the number 2 contender by the WBC and the WBA, introducing Miguel Gonzalez. Once again, a referee in charge, Jay Nady, now to give instructions.
Miguel. We have 10 rounds. Remember, the low will be below the belly button to the hip bone. Below that's a foul. Behind the ears is a foul. Do you have any questions? 10 rounds, I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands. Let's go to work.
Final instructions from referee Jay Nady. Miguel Angel Gonzalez, coming off his first loss, once billed as a future superstar, excellent fighter, never really achieved the greatness that was predicted. Closed in on it about 3 years ago, but just couldn't get to that next level. And Roberto Granciosa, a southpaw, prior to tonight. Most prominent name on his ring record, Steve McCrory, who beat him by decision back in '91. All right, here we go. Round 1, scheduled for 10, a super lightweight bout. Miguel Angel Gonzalez, the former champion of the black trunks with the gold trim. Roberto Granciosa from the Philippines now makes his home in Honolulu, Hawaii, in the gold trunks with the black trim.
Granciosa said he switches both ways, Steve, but stays southpaw during tough fights. He came out of southpaw. My guess is he stays that way tonight.
Granciosa told us the key is to counterpunch, that Gonzalez is a slow start. He says I got to watch out for his straight right. As mentioned, a southpaw, boxer, puncher, moves around a lot. Gonzalez said, hey, I've been around a long time. I know what to do, but I've been off the last 5 months. I'd like to get some rounds in, but if the opportunity comes up, I'll go for it.
Wise words from a sage man.
Now, said Gonzalez, he said he switches. He's more lefty, very durable, looks strong. He said he's fought 5 or 6 southpaws, and as you can see, Granciosa in the southpaw stance.
Well, it certainly doesn't present any mystery whatsoever to Miguel Angel. He's just warming up, trying to find the body right now, and just a feeling out kind of sort of process. not anything impressive going on either way.
You know, Gonzalez likes to loop his shots. His hook is wide, his right hand is wide, even his body shots. He just kind of wings them in and lets them run a long way. He's not a straight puncher, short distance type puncher, but he tell you what, he starts slow, but he's got heavy hands.
Yeah, he's like Chavez. It doesn't seem like he's doing anything to you, and all of a sudden it adds up. And this guy does have heavy hands. Miguel Angel Gonzalez. I thought he did a good job with De La Hoya. I mean, you know, De La Hoya is really good.
He did a number on De La Hoya's face, didn't he? It looked like De La Hoya was the beaten fighter afterwards, although De La Hoya won it. And Gonzalez, comparisons to Chavez over the years, he looks at Chavez as a springboard to Oscar De La Hoya again, saying, Oscar took my 0 from me, his 0 in the column to the right of the victories.
Well, I'd pay to see that again. I think it's a very even match.
Well, I'll tell you what, for anyone to say they're looking to use Chavez as a springboard, had better at least be careful.
That is confidence. He isn't obsessed, he told us, with fighting Chavez, but it motivates him. He says, my dream fight, though, is to go for the 140-pound title. And he does not look at Julio as a hero, but he does say he's great for Mexico. Final seconds of round 1. Gonzalez pounding away. Going to the body and then upstairs as we head for the bell. So round 1 is in the books. Moments ago, the main event challenger arriving here at the MGM Grand, and there he is. Mike Tyson, who was very subdued, very low-key at Thursday's weigh-in. Not looking to instill fear or intimidate, almost respectful of Evander Holyfield, who appeared very composed. But here is the arrival of Mike Tyson. It drew some cheers from the early arrivals here at the MGM Grand Garden. They put it up on the big screen. Little wink to somebody on the side. So he seems very cool, as he is just a few hours away from a chance at redemption. Mike Tyson is in the house. And we are back inside, getting set for round 2 of this super lightweight bout.
Not that much action in that first round, except that Gonzalez set the pace for body attacks. And so I thought he took the round, and I think he's finding the range.
He started to throw a lead right hand down the middle, a straight right hand, something he doesn't do often, with a good counter hook right with it. But I'll tell you what, he just leads to the body. He doesn't care about it at all. It's kind of dangerous to do, but he will just drop his hands and fire downstairs.
Gonzalez, like Chavez, not a fast starter, but a nasty finisher. He does have the tremendous tools, very smart, good counter puncher, fast, good hand speed, quick combination. Loves that body attack.
He certainly loves the right hand. He's putting it in with great effect on the body, and then he switched up to the head, and he's got a little lump coming already under the left eye of Granciosa.
The result of some of those power shots from Gonzalez, and he can punch with power. As Bobby pointed out, the best punch is the straight right, also a very good right uppercut.
You know, he whips it in there. He leans in and he throws it with some authority, puts his weight behind it. There you see it again. He will dive into the body, and lead body shots are sometimes very dangerous because you can get caught on the way in and the momentum gets used against you.
It's always in excellent condition, Gonzalez in the black trunks, but the rap on him is weak chin. And that he's easily hurt and sometimes a little too mechanical. But as people say that many, if not all, of these problems stem from his struggle with weight prior to his step up to 140.
You know, dehydration can have an effect on your chin, can have an effect on your performance endurance-wise. It's a difficult thing to make a weight and try and suck that extra 2 or 3 pounds off to get to a place that's not really comfortable.
Gonzalez, a well-schooled fighter. There's a trade in the center of the ring. Gonzalez, though, getting the better of the two. A pawing left hook there by Granciosa went nowhere.
Our referee keeps telling him to raise him up because these punches, some are going south of the border. And when Gonzalez punches with a lot of power, could be hurting.
Granciosa has 17 losses, 31-17-3, but he told us he's never been down as a pro. Of his 17 losses, only 2 by TKO, the rest by decision. Unrated. 7 of his last 8 wins, if you're looking at the glass half full, by knockout. But he's lost 5 of his last 9 fights.
Yeah, he lost his first 3 right off the start, won one, then lost another one. So 4 of the first 5, he's not at the skill level of a Miguel Angel Gonzalez, but he's a tough guy.
We'll take you into the corner of Miguel Angel Gonzalez.
Very good. Muy bien. Deep breath. Tira los pies. Now. Quiero esa salida para el otro lado también. Once more work the hook to the body and then hook back on top.
Tell him to go to the other side of the body and start working the other side. Just don't stay on one side. Hook to the body, hook to the head.
El ritmo que vamos está perfecto. No se apure nada más. Sigue trabajando.
Don't hurry yourself. Just keep on going at the same pace.
Steady, steady, steady. Deep breath.
Very calm and confident corner. There's very little being said there. Very little instruction. Everybody's happy with their fighter's progress.
Abel Sanchez doing the talking as we look at Roberto Granciosa. Born in Samar, the Philippines, lives in Honolulu since 1988. They touch gloves and we settle into round 3. Non-title affair. Scheduled for 10.
Stop. Keep punches up, okay?
A warning to Gonzalez for low blows by J80.
Yeah, he's been doing that. I mean, anytime you punch that much and it's such a small area to aim at there, this guy's got shrunk way up.
Yeah, and he whips them in there. They're not light shots. If you start getting hit regularly low, that is going to weaken you.
Well, if I was a referee, I'd look at anywhere below that Granciosa. I would consider a low blow, but not on the belt line. I mean, it's way up.
Stop. Keep your punches up.
Another warning from J80. With one more, he could get a point deducted.
Oh, he will.
You know, I wouldn't doubt that he has a point or 2 deducted in this fight because he is landing some clearly low.
And that's very low, very low, very low indeed.
Time out. 1 point.
Yep, there it is.
1 point. 1 point for this fighter. Keep your punches up. Okay.
So a point taken
Time
away
in.
from Miguel
Box.
Angel Gonzalez. Not sure overall if that's going to help Mr. Granciosa in the long run, but we'll see.
Well, we've seen things where, you know, if they continue to do it, and this guy's battle plan is to punch to the body, then he's in danger of a disqualification, and then that would wreck the whole wagon train. So it's not easy. It's not a small thing that he just did. That's a big thing.
Would be a major derailment. Gonzalez looking to get a showdown with Chavez after this fight, perhaps in September. Gonzalez, a boxing prodigy, turned pro at 18, won a world title at 21. By 24, many thought he had the potential to be the best pound for pound in the world, or at least in that category. Now at 26, looking to bounce back after his first loss in 42 fights, the decision to De La Hoya.
You see here he's clearly staying off the body for a little while, keeping his punches to the head.
Bobby, I was just going to ask you, if you were in the corner, would you tell this guy, okay, forget the body for a while, go to the head until this referee gets it out of his mind, or would you say, don't change anything, keep right on going with what you're doing?
Well, I tell him to try and stop hitting him low, hit him in the body, not below the body. But if he can't be real careful with that, stay off the body for a while.
Yeah, I think.
Let some time pass.
I think in the corners that I work with Angelo Dundee, he'd say, hey, don't go to the belly for a while, start working on the top, and don't put us in a position where we may lose this qualification. It's supposed to be an easy fight, not a tough one.
Under 40 seconds remaining in round 3, scheduled for 10. Gonzalez continues to go to the body. Oh, look out. And down goes Granciosa from an
Delayed
early
reaction, Steve.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come here. Come to me. Come to me. You okay? You okay? Box.
I didn't hear an affirmative action.
Final seconds, round 3. Can Granciosa survive the round as Gonzalez, a great finisher over the years, looks to put Granciosa away.
Well, I'll tell you what, the headshots are doing better than the body ones did.
It was a big right hand that nailed him.
Water. Stop.
The doctor in the ring.
Can I have the iron, please?
Leon Panaccio, our translator.
Bukan isang tubig. I need this tubig. Okay? Kaya to, yun na lang yung gamay. Okay. Boy, you gotta move your head.
How's your fighter?
All right, first look at a knockdown. It's a right hand, just right on the button, and it's cumulative. It just delayed reaction. Boop, down he goes, but it was right good. Bobby, take super slow.
Miguel Gonzalez is staying off the body now, working some shots up. There you see a beautiful rising right uppercut. He may have broken his nose. There's a lot of blood coming out of Granciosa's nose.
And it looks like it is all over. The doctor, Flipomansky, was in the corner, and it is all over. Miguel Angel Gonzalez in round number 3 ends it. They had a discussion over there in the corner, and there goes Roberto Granciosa, who may have a broken schnoz as a result of that heavy right hand by Miguel Angel Gonzalez. Interesting scoring in round 3. Gonzalez got docked a point for a low blow, but he knocked down Granciosa with 35 seconds to go.
A 9-8 victory for the points anyway.
Unusual, but Gonzalez will accept it without question. So Roberto Granciosa goes down to defeat for the 18th time. Miguel Angel Gonzalez able to bounce back from his first loss, ups his record to 43-1 with 33 KOs, and hoping he's a step closer to a showdown with fellow countryman Julio Cesar Chavez, perhaps in September, assuming Chavez isn't upset in the next fight.
Upset as in losing, or just upset as in not happy?
Take your pick.
Oh, okay.
But upset is in losing. Not sure what Gonzalez proves or accomplishes by beating a man with 17 losses on his record coming into this fight, a relative unknown, but perhaps he just needed some confidence following his first defeat and some work. Didn't get much work, only 3 rounds worth. There he is with his trainer, Abel Sanchez. Meanwhile, Roberto Granciosa goes back to beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii, with a record of 31-18-3. And he's now lost 3 of his last 4 fights, 6 of his last 10. Set for the official time from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been stopped at the end of round number 3. Our referee in charge, Jay Nady, calls a halt to the contest. He's the winner by way of technical knockout, Miguel Angel Gonzalez.
So a 3rd round TKO for former WBC lightweight champion Miguel Angel Gonzalez. Quick work of Roberto Granciosa. Just an anxious moment when he had a point deducted because of the low blow, but then he came back strong. Well, we'll be hearing from Miguel momentarily. Coming up next, the return of Christy Martin as we go backstage into her dressing room. Christy and her manager, trainer, husband, Jim, recently mending fences with promoter Don King. Tonight, her first fight since November 9th when she stopped Bethany Payne in the first round of the Tyson Holyfield 1 card here at the MGM Grand. There she is with the husband, Jim, set to defend her WBC women's lightweight title, an unofficial female pound-for-pound championship, against Andrea Deschung, who handed Martin the only defeat of her professional career. And she is winging away at husband Jim. So right now we're set for post-fight reaction from our first bout to the fight doctor.
Congratulations, muy bien hecho. ¿Tú pensaste que te iban a quitar el punto porque lo diste bajo?
Bueno, definitivamente creo que fue un poco, siento que fue un poco justo y un poco injusto porque creo que el peleador tenía un poco, de verdad, ligeramente arriba del cinturón y de alguna manera creo que me ayudó bastante para percatarme de no volver a hacer el mismo error o que me volvieran a quitar otro punto.
Yes, and the question was, do you think it's right that they took a point away? And he said, yes, it was right. In a way it wasn't because his trunks were so high. However, he also said that he was glad that they took it away because it stepped up his attack on the head and finished him. ¿Y Chávez qué? ¿Piensas el próximo?
Sí, definitivamente creo que lo tengo en mente. Desgraciadamente no nos ha dicho una fecha ni el lugar oficial el señor Don King. Creo que no nos quiso distraer para este compromiso, que él quería que saliéramos bien en nuestro compromiso. Posteriormente yo creo que vamos a tener una junta con él y mi promotor Don Kim va a decidir finalmente dónde y cuándo va a ser la pelea.
All right, definitely it's on. It's up to Don King where and when. He said he doesn't think they told him before because he didn't want to get his mind off this fight. To do this fight and to do it well was Don King's purpose, and now it's up to Don King to see where he goes. Y la pelea, ¿lo ves difícil o crees que ya puedes tomar bien?
Sí, definitivamente creo que es una pelea difícil, no debo de confiarme. Prueba de ello es que después de este compromiso me voy a meter muy pronto al gimnasio, pensando en que en cualquier momento puedo hacer la pelea, y creo que definitivamente es un peleador difícil, Julio César Chávez, ya que tiene mucha experiencia, ¿verdad? Quizás me triplique en cuanto a peleas, pero creo que de alguna manera se balanza se nivela la balanza, él con juventud, experiencia, y yo con muchas ganas, con juventud y con muchas ganas de ganar el campeonato.
All right, he says you can't ever underestimate Julio Cesar Chavez. Still a great fighter, still a great guy. He thinks youth will take it, and he's looking forward to the fight because he thinks he can beat Julio Cesar Chavez. And now we return to Steve Albert at ringside.
A Chavez-Gonzalez matchup even today might fill up Azteca Stadium in Mexico City. All right, Ferdy, let's take a look at the online scoring results from our initial bout. Here's the way the online voting for the fight went through the HolyfieldTyson.com website. Very evident, very obvious. 3 rounds to nothing for Gonzalez. If you took part, thank you very much. The online voting will continue with the start of our next bout. Christy Martin versus Andrea Deschamps. Bobby Chez, how about keying in on our first fight as we go to the telestrator?
Miguel Angel Gonzalez is what he's doing. He's stalking his man. He has not been able to. He's not punching down here anymore. Nothing down here. Nothing low. He's now taking his punches. He's bringing them up. He's got the right hand and the left hook over here. You'll see as the tape rolls, he stalks him, pushes him back to the ropes, and he catches him with a nice rising right uppercut. But he's keeping his punches up. That one's up in the mid-chest area. Everything not low. And now you'll see the right hand. And down he goes with a delayed reaction. The punch probably broke his nose because it seemed to be bleeding quite a bit, but good clean shot, 1 punch knockout.
All right, Bobby, the anticipation builds here at the MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are getting set for the main event, Holyfield versus Tyson 2, and from high above, the unmistakable view of Las Vegas, Nevada, the city of lights and entertainment. Tonight, boxing takes center stage. Coming up later, Holyfield Tyson, the rematch. Tyson opened as a 2.5 to 1 favorite despite losing the first fight. Now just under 2 to 1. Tyson is favored about 1.8 to 1. Right now we're set to go back up to our host. Here's Jim Hill.